I'm the customer experience manager at Emotiva. Help out the team here in terms of any kind of customer we're talking with and making sure that they get the best sales advice they possibly can get, but also the best customer service they can possibly get. My favorite thing is honestly the people. Working with Dan, working with the engineering team.
Do you have any funny stories about Dan that you would like to share with the audience here?
Oh my gosh, there was the one time. I mean, I think I told some other people this too. There was the one time I was brand new here, and Dan was. I was trying to learn more from Dan. I was trying to be a part of him a little bit more and understand the company a little bit more. And he picks up this piece of older gear, right? And he starts talking to me about it. And I was legitimately thinking that he was gonna tell me something really profound. He was like, "Oh, Jake, look at this piece of gear. This the engineering and development that went into this, and it was found." And I was listening in, and I got real close, and then Ned goes, "Whoa!" He drops the gear on the floor in front of me, and I was like, "Oh no, what are you doing?" And he laughed so hard, and I'm like, "Well, what is that?" He was like, "Oh, I did that just to get a rise out of you." And I was like, "Oh well, Dan, that was a brand new piece of gear." And he's like, "No, it wasn't." He was like, "It's okay."
So I was brought aboard, and I'm in part of the customer experience team, is what we're calling it.
How long you been here?
I've been here only about 3 weeks.
Yeah, do you like it?
I love it. This company, the people, they just care about everyone. Really passionate about, Brent and Jake are really passionate about it. I listen to them, and I learn a lot from them every day. I learn something new literally every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do customer service and technical support, basically.
Yeah. What did you do before you came to Emotiva?
I was a high school math and science teacher, taught AP, calculus, and physics.
Yeah? Which one do you like better?
Probably just the pure math.
Oh, no. I mean, which job do you like
better? This one. Teaching is... I just realized I loved to teach and I hated school.
Do you concentrate on the full product line, or are you more into home theater? Or
I focus most of my efforts on the home theater processors, and am constantly tortured by HDMI. Is kind of a big part of the thing I do. But do troubleshooting and support across all the product lines. I'm trying to develop resources for customers, things like that. Develop internal resources, do training.
And how long you been with Emotiva?
It's been about 1.5 years now.
What's favorite memory of Emotiva?
Going to the Texas Audio Roadshow. It was the first kind of real road trip getting to do was probably the best single memory and experience from the whole thing. But favorite part of the job is I get to mess around with audio gear all day. So I got into this as a vintage enthusiast and taught myself using the internet how to repair and restore vintage gear, tube gear, all that kind of thing. My main 2-channel rig right now is I have a Raspberry Pi streamer device, Volumia we've talked about. I picked up a Denafrips Pontus 2.
Oh wow!
Yeah, which I read your review on.
Sir.
And then vintage speakers. My favorite speakers are my ADSL 1530s.
Oh my goodness!
The giant monster towers that they dominate my room, and they just. I love them.
Yeah, I got a buddy who loves ADS.
Oh yeah, I got some L710s too. Yeah, so I love my big ADS.
Don't put me in. You're gonna cut that out. I'm gonna start.
So I help out with product design and testing, and I make widgets.
Yeah. Do you do any coding?
I don't do any coding. I just test the code and fabricate on the fly things.
Do you look into the matrix all the time?
I watch it go by, but I really can't read it.
I am the content manager. I manage everything from visual stills to video content to social media, website design, product development. If it's visual, I have a hand in it. We are in our illustrious warehouse. We have everything from amplifiers, CD players, speakers, processors. Pretty much everything we make comes out of this warehouse.
So where are the subwoofers at?
So right here we have our SE8. We have a mixture of kind of everything around here you can see. The new line of subs are the XS subwoofers. We gotta go find those. Okay, Randy, we found some of the XS subwoofers.
Can you pick one above your head?
They're a little heavy. That's what you get with HDF cabinets. HDF cabinet is high density fiberboard as opposed to MDF, which is a little bit lesser than in quality as well as strength.
Look at this. Here we go. It's getting faster.
Just keep following you around.
As you can see, we are heavily stocked and ready to send out product for the holidays.
These are all empty boxes, though, right?
Yeah, they are.
God, how
You're
do
gonna,
you-
you're gonna edit that out, right?
How do you
No.
even get out of here?
This is one Airmotive T3 tower. This is a single tower in a box.
Yeah.
Now, when you buy them, they come in pairs. And a nice man in a truck comes by, puts them on a pallet, and
Yeah.
sends them to your house. So we found the C3 center channel as a comparison. I'm gonna pull this guy out of here, set him upright so you can see the height of him. So now for those of you who don't know, I'm 7'2". So this is how tall this speaker is when you stand it
Yeah.
upright.
So these are processors. How many different processors do you guys make?
Currently, we have 4 processors in our lineup. We have a Basics MC1 processor, as well as our XMC2, RMC1, and RMC1L. All of them are Dolby Atmos and DTS:X processors.
Which ones do DRF?
Right now, our XMC2, RMC1L, and RMC1 are premier processors, and they're the ones that run DiRAC.
What is your favorite product from Emotiva?
The Basics TA1.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
2-channel. It's a great product. It is really the kitchen sink product that you need to take care of everything for your system. If I go back to find a vintage product that I like, has to be our powered monitors.
Ah, when did those stop being made?
We stopped making the powered monitors about 5 to 6 years ago.
Yeah, they coming back?
Currently, there's no plans to bring back the powered monitors, though our current passive speakers came from that design and development.
Oh, that's cool. How long have you been at Emotiva?
I've been at Emotiva almost 12 years now, Randy.
What's your favorite thing about it?
I have never had a day that I have woken up and said, I really don't feel like going to work today. The community, it's the culture of being here. Working with people that I enjoy working with every day that have great personalities.
Who's the least favorite person to work with?
Dan.
So who are you and what do you do?
Oh my God, my name's Kayla. I do everything. I do so many things. I am the special projects manager, social media, dabble in graphic design with my friend Nick, the greatest mentor of all time.
Who is your least favorite person working with at Emotiva?
I mean, I don't really have to think about that when it's Dan. It's Jerry Dan.
Day to day, what do you do?
Every day is different. Every day is an adventure. Schedule social media posts, work in Photoshop, write emails to customers.
Will you Photoshop thumbnails for me?
Absolutely. I do have experience.
Yeah. How long have you been at Emotiva?
Oh God, it feels like an eternity. A little over 3 years.
Okay. You love it?
Oh yeah. I
Best
love coming into work every day. And I say that with my whole chest. This is the greatest job I've ever had.
Jake, you've been here for a long time, right? How long?
2.5 years now or so.
Who's your least favorite person to work with at Emotiva?
I mean, the easy pick here is Dan.
So who's your least favorite person to work with at Emotiva?
Dan. I'll be
We
honest.
tried to take the top.
I'm unimpressed. It's on an ST70. It doesn't have an American-made, hand-wound Dynaco iron in it, so I'm not impressed.
Can't be.
But,
Can't be
Dan-
impressed.
Dan, how do you hire people here at Emotiva?
Well, personality.
How many people have you had to fire?
Today?
The funny thing was, is this video turned out a lot differently than I thought it would. And it really turned into like everyone talking about how much they love working here. Why do you think folks actually love working here at Emotiva?
I don't know. You know, we work really hard here, and we're deadly serious about the products. But when we're not doing that, we try to have fun. And I think that it's kind of a contagious environment, having a team that you get along with and you enjoy being at work with. It tends to keep all that stuff in perspective during the day. I did this business as a something I wanted to do, really a passion business. I'd always wanted to have my own brand, and I had these ideas of how I would run a company if I had my own brand and my own mark, what I would do, how I'd treat customers, how I would go to market, how I would approach the business. And part of it is the culture and the not only the brand culture, but the internal culture within the company. And I want it to be a place that I look forward to going to every day. At the same time, I want my customers to sense that they're and understand that they're genuine people who really care about the product, who care about them. And we have a nice balance between our lives and our work. For most of us, this is a big hobby of ours too. So it's like a nice blending of music and technology and audio and gear and everything from photography to design to, whatever. Everybody, it all kind of intermingles with everybody. And we have a great time doing it. And I like the environment we've created here. We've had a very stable workforce, and you've kind of seen us in an unguarded way. But we're pretty much the way we are is the way we are. I mean, we're not putting on a show for you. It's just kind of a little bit of a zoo. And Kathy and Robert, are the adults in the room, and they keep us tamped down. There's a time to play and a time to be serious, and everybody respects that, and it just worked. Yeah. I'm really proud of our team here.
Why did you choose to go affordable when you've had experience with really high end electronics?
Well, this goes back. I've talked about this in the past a little bit. When I was a kid, I didn't have any money, and I'm glad I didn't have any money as I get older, because it really made me appreciate the value of things. And as I got older, but more importantly, when I was really into audio, I was really into technology and music, and I was always looking for that magical product that hit way above its price point. I used to build my own amplifiers and preamps and speakers. I built so many kits and different things over the years. And what you're trying to do is get better performance and save some money. So I said, well, I'll use my labor and I'll build a kit or a design. So to me, it was always about the excitement of having something that was modestly priced, but yet sounded and performed like a more expensive piece of equipment. So when I decided to come up with the Emotiva, I saw, I was in the OEM business for so long, and I saw how high prices were and how much markup there was in the entire business environment. The multipliers are crazy. And I thought, why can't you have a brand where you sell direct to the customer, you have a modest markup, and you deliver the value to the customer. So for a given price point, the guy's getting a lot of value for the money. And I've always been about value for money. And that doesn't mean inexpensive always. The RMC1's $5,000, but when you look at what it can do and its baseline audio performance and its potential capability, it becomes a pretty competitively priced product, because it's a very expensive product to build. We don't cut any corners internally. It's built like a tank. I mean, it uses very, very high quality parts. So at $5,000, it's a relative bargain compared to something with the same technical performance and build quality that would be out there on the higher end side. Whether it's a $49 product or a $99 product or a $5,000 product, they can still represent incredible value.
If someone has never bought from Emotiva before, why should they buy one of your products?
Well, because I have kids that I gotta pay for, grandkids.
Yeah.
No, look, there's a lot of choices in the market, and we were talking about this kind of jokingly on a podcast. Emotiva is a real company with real engineers and people behind the brand, and this is what we do. We're not slapping our label on something. This is what our focus is. It's been my entire professional focus. I've built thousands of products over the years for all kinds of companies. Dealing with a real company, a real audio company, that's our total focus. We're not selling trash compactors or coolers or camping tents. We're selling audio gear. We design, develop, and build our products, support them here. We're all here. You've been all through our facility here in Nashville. This is a real company, and this is all we do, and you've got a real professional team behind it. We've been doing this now for, I think, 17 years now, with quality people who know what they're doing, and this is our total focus and passion. And so you're in good hands with us. And if you have a problem with your products, we stand behind them. People who have been with me from the very beginning know that I bend over backwards to make a customer happy.
What's your favorite Emotiva products? Past, present?
Well, from an emotional standpoint, the first product I ever built, the DMC1 and the MPS1, the stack, the processor and amplifier, emotionally I'm the closest to, because that's what started everything. If you ask me what my favorite product is today, of our current lineup, I got to tell you, man, I love the TA1. Mm-hmm. I just think it represents the inherent goodness of what we offer as a product line. For basically $500, you get this incredible little integrated that just built really nicely, sounds beautiful. It just works. It has all this flexibility, and to me, it epitomizes what our brand is all about: high quality, high value, and a really musical experience for the end user.
Thank you so much for having me out, Dana.
Oh, thanks for coming. We had a good time.
Right over here, Dana actually has his own bathroom right over here.
Oh yeah, that's private there. Yeah. You want to take a look? It's very clean too. Yeah. It has a heated seat.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.